Students, I welcome back to Trinity Academy online classes. I am T. Sivasankar, botany teacher. Today we are going to study about 8th standard science for botany unit 6 microorganisms. Unit 6 microorganisms. Okay. So what is mean by microorganisms? Micro means very smallest particle. So organism means living, both plants and animals. So which and all we can see in very smallest particle we can see under the microscope called microorganisms. For example, bacteria, fungi, virus, protozoans, etc. Okay, see that. First of all, introduction. Microorganisms are too small in size that they cannot be seen through naked eye, because here and all only we can see under the microscope, isn't it? Then these organisms can be seen only with the help of microscope. Therefore, they are also known as microbes. It is called microbes, isn't it? Then the science deals with the study about microorganism is known as microbiology. Microbiology means, so the branch of science deals with the study about microbes, all kinds of microbes, that is fungi, bacteria, virus, protozoans, etc. Okay, see, microbes occur everywhere. So they were found in air, water, soil, and even inside of our bodies also, because it is generally it is known as omnipresent. All microbes occur in everywhere, found in anywhere, that is called commonly omnipresent. Okay, see that ponds, lake, river, ocean, etc. Some of them can even survive in severely adverse conditions, such as hot spring, very hot areas, high temperature, desert, snow, and deep ocean, because majority of the microbes which live in high extreme condition. Okay, see, they remain inactive under unfavorable condition and become active during favorable condition. Remain inactive under favorable, during for unfavorable condition it is the inactive, whereas become active in favorable condition. Okay, see that example: virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and algae. These and all, etc. These and all examples of the microbes. See, first of all, virus. Virus is a tiny particle made up of genetic material and protein. Virus, one of the very harmful organism. The term virus, which means poison. The term virus are derived from Latin word which means poison, whereas the term bacteria are derived from Greek word. Okay, see that they are intermediate between living and non-living things, because it is one of the intermediate organ. Which one? Virus. So virus here, living obligate parasitic organism. So generally scientists here commonly called virus one of the biologist puzzle, because it contains both living characters and non-living characters. See below, the virus means poison in Latin. That is so virus means that is the Latin word mean poison. So asking one more question. Then virus are intracellular obligatory parasite. Intracellular means so some virus to within the organism, to survive within the organism called intracellular. So the study about virus is called virology. The branch of science deals with the study about virus called virology. The virus are for 10,000 times smaller than bacteria. Generally, bacteria bigger than virus smaller than bacteria. The viruses have different shape. They can be rod shaped, spherical, or other shape, because having the so many shape. See that virus structure. Virus contain a core of DNA or RNA. What is DNA, RNA? These are genetic material, commonly called nucleic acid. So virus contain either DNA or RNA, but never both. Okay, they sounded that the core is a protein core. In some virus, the protein coat is covered by an envelope made up of protein, lipid and carbohydrate. These are all made up of the outer protein coat made up of protein, lipid and carbohydrate. So the envelope has spikes that help the virus particle attach to the host cell. What is the role? To attach to the outer surface of the living being. Okay, see that the virus show both living and non-living characters because it is from the balanced buzzer. When the virus seen within the host means living, if get outer from the host means that is called a non-living particle. See the picture, these and all examples of the virus. See first one bacteria page, second one influenza virus, third one for tobacco mosaic virus or TMV. First one bacteria phage, it is from the shape is the complex shaped. See that bacteria page means a virus. So some virus which kill bacteria or destroy bacteria called a bacteriophage. Then influenza so is spherical shaped. The tobacco mosaic virus affected by tobacco plant TMV, that is the helical or rod shaped virus. See first one living characters of the virus. Living characters of the virus. See that they responds to heat chemical and react and for radiation. Response to heat chemical and radiation. Here and our response. Then they reproduce inside the host cell and produce copies of themselves. Only reproduce only the within the host means a living cell. Host means a living. Then they show irritability. Irritability means that some means tondaravu for Tamil tondaravu, irritability, allergies, produce allergies. These are the living characters. Then non-living characters. So they are inactive when present freely in the atmosphere or environment. Inactive during the outside the host, here inactive condition. They can be crystallized and stored for the very long time. Crystallized formed very long time stored in out of the host cell like other non-living things because this is also living the other non-living things. Then metabolic machinery, cytoplasm is absent. These are all metabolic role. Then cytoplasm, protoplasm, everything absent outside the host cell. Okay. See, virus causes many diseases, plants, animals and human. Generally, virus, most of the virus fully harmful because they are useful very rare. Very rare. See that cell structure. Next one, cell structure. Then bacteria. Next one for the bacteria cell structure. Last one for virus. Then next for bacteria. See that bacteria are single-celled prokaryote. The term bacteria are derived from Greek word, which means small rod. Bacteria cell single-celled prokaryote. Prokaryote means what? That is the absence of the nucleus called a prokaryote. Cells without nuclei. They are considered to be the first living organism on earth. Bacteria are grouped under the kingdom Monera because bacteria one of the living organism which found in the first survive on the earth were within water. Okay. The bacteria grouped under the kingdom is Monera. The kingdom name is Monera. It is from the kingdom Monera, Protista, even fungi, plantae, animalia. These and all 5 kingdom classification. So Monera one of the first kingdom. The study of bacteria is called bacteriology. So already we can study the study about a virus called virology. Okay. Then here study about bacteria called bacteriology. See the size of the bacteria range from 1 μm to the 5 μm. μm means another micro. It means a micrometer. The bacteria are 2 types based on the respiration. 2 types. First one, aerobic respiration. That is a recur oxygen. That means some bacteria with the help of O2 survive called aerobic. Then second one, anaerobic bacteria. Here does not require oxygen. That is an anaerobic bacteria. Okay. See that first of all, the structure of bacteria. Structure of the bacteria. The bacterium has an outer covering known as cell wall. It is the cell wall. Nuclear material is represented by nucleoid. Here cell wall present, both cell wall and cell membrane, but nucleus absent, so that only under the class of prokaryotes. The nuclear material is represented by the nucleoid without nuclear membrane. Here nucleus totally absent. An extra chromosomal DNA called plasmid. This is because here plasmid one of the group of extra chromosomal DNA. The plasmid present in where? Cytoplasm of the bacteria. Then protein synthesis carried out by 70S ribosome. 70S ribosome. S means Svedberg, the unit. Then S means Svedberg of unit, ribosome. Other cell organelles, for example, mitochondria, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum are totally absent. So mitochondria, Golgi, reticulum, here and all membrane bound cell organelles are totally absent. The flagella aids in locomotion. Here flagella having, see the picture, this is the structure of bacteria. Example E. coli or Escherichia coli, having the tuft of flagellum around the cell surface. This is the flagellum, cell wall, cell membrane. The cell wall protected by a layer called capsule. Flagellum used for locomotion. Then the lever pili, one of the used as organs of attachment. See that this is the nucleoid cell, one of the circular DNA present in the bacteria, that is called genetical material. Okay, see below. Then bacteria are described according to the shape their cells. See first one bacilli, second one spirilla, third one cocci, and fourth one vibrio. See first one bacilli, this is a rod-shaped bacteria. Example Bacillus anthracis. So it resembles rod, small iron rod. The second one spirilla, spiral-shaped bacteria. Example Helicobacter, then pylori, The third one cocci, spherical or ball-shaped bacteria that can stick together in pairs, that is diplococcus. Pairing means diplococcus. Form a chain, that is streptococcus. Example streptococcus. See, then example streptococcus pneumoniae. And occur in the bunch, that means staphylococcus, groove. Staphylo means a groove. Streptococcus means a form in the chain. Okay. Then staphylococcus means a tuft of bacteria found in the groove. Last one vibrio, the comma-shaped bacteria. Example Vibrio cholerae to form cholera disease. See the picture. First one cocci, so it resembles cocci-shaped bacteria. Second one bacillus, a rod-shaped bacteria. Third one vibrios, comma-shaped bacteria. And fourth one spirilla, it is the spiral-shaped tuft of flagellum attached in either for tuft of flagellum attached in for either any one called spirilla. Okay. Then bacteria also some classified according to the number of arrangement of flagella, which are follows. See that. So bacteria classified according to the number of flagella. See totally for 5 types. First one monotrichous, second one lophotrichous, and fourth one ambitrichous, and fourth one for peritrichous, and fifth one atrichous. See the picture. First one monotrichous. Then tuft of flagellum, single flagellum. The single flagellum at one end called mono means single, trichous means flagellum. Single flagella found one end called monotrichous. Example Vibrio cholerae. Second one lophotrichous, tuft or group of flagellum attached any one end, that is called lophotrichous. Example Pseudomonas. Then third one amphitrichous, tuft of flagellum at both ends, that is called ambitrichous. Example Rhodospirillum rubrum. Then peritrichous, flagellum seen all around. Example E. coli, Escherichia coli. Last one atrichous. A means absent, that is absence of flagella. without any flagella. Example, Corynebacterium diphtheriae. See the atrichus picture. First one atrichus without flagellum. See first monotrichus. Then amphitrichus, both end found in the single flagellum. Then third one lophotrichus, tuft or group of flagella found in either any one. Then peritrichus, so the flagellum around all over the surface of the cell wall. Last one atrichus means absence of flagellum. Example, Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Okay, this is the different types of bacteria based on the arrangement of flagellum. This is for one 5-mark question asked one of the 5-mark question. Okay, see below, bacteria get their food in many ways. That is the photosynthetic bacteria make their own food. Example, cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria means blue-green algae. It is commonly called cyanobacteria. Here under comes the prokaryote. Prokaryotic, this is one of the blue-green algae, because here comes absence of nucleus, so that only comes under the category prokaryotes. Then bacteria that live in harsh environment use chemicals ammonia, hydrogen sulfide to produce their food material called a chemosynthesis process. That is called a chemosynthesis. See that itself utilizes energy from sun. This process called a chemosynthesis. Some bacteria exhibit a symbiotic relationship. Example, E. coli live in the intestine of man, intestine of the human being, the Escherichia coli. This is one of the symbiotic relationship bacteria, one of the common cell bacteria. Then bacteria reproduced by fission, that is namely binary fission and multiple fission. Binary fission and multiple. Bi means 2. So the entire organism during a favorable condition dividing into 2, that is called binary fission. Then more than 2 means a multiple fission. So generally bacteria reproduced by fission, both first one binary and second one for multiple fission. Okay, that's all for bacteria. The next one topic, fungi. Fungi, one of the non-green plant thalophytic organism. Non-green for thalophytic organism, that is the absence of the chlorophyll pigment, non-green plant. See that fungi are the group of ecoorganisms that lack chlorophyll. Chlorophyll absent here, so they grow in dark environment. So they may be either unicellular or multicellular. Uni means example yeast, multicellular example penicillium. They are found in all kinds of the habitat, because found in the all kinds of the habitat. So they are included under kingdom fungi, because example yeast, penicillium, both are comes under the category fungi. The study about fungi is called mycology. Already we discussed the study about bacteria, bacteriology. Then the study about virus called virology. That means study about fungi called mycology. Okay. Then some fungi are macroscopic. Example, mushroom. That is the Tamilian colon, mushroom, edible mushroom. There are around 7,000 species fungi living in the worldwide around for the 7,000 species. Okay. Then next is structure of fungi. See example, yeast. It is from the unicellular fungi, a microscopic organism. See, yeast are found freely in atmosphere. Freely in atmosphere. Yeast grow in all kinds of media containing sugar. All kinds of media containing sugar. This cell is ovoid shaped. This is as one more question. Yeast produce the ovoid shape containing for cell wall and nucleus. Cytoplasm is granular. See the picture. This is for yeast cell. Then the yeast cell possesses both a cell wall and a cell membrane. Here vacuole as seen is the large spherical shaped nucleus. Here food granules stored in the form of glycogen and oil. The storage food of the fungus is called glycogen and oil. This is the structure of yeast. Ask 2 mark question. Drawn label yeast that lie. Then the cell wall and nucleus. The cytoplasm is granular and has vacuoles. Vacuole having many vacuoles. Then organelles. Glycogen and oil is globules. Glycogen is the storage food of the fungus. Glycogen. Yeast aids and in fermentation with the help of enzyme zymase. Here Fungus produce a special type of enzyme called a gymase. These gymase enzyme which involve the fermentation process. What is fermentation? The breakdown of the carbohydrate. That is called fermentation. Okay. Then yeast respire anaerobically. Yeast reproduced by budding. Yeast one of the asexual type of method. So takes place one of the anaerobic respiration, not in aerobic. It is the anaerobic respiration. Okay. Then yeast were reproduced by budding method. Budding also one of the asexual type of the method. Okay. Anaerobic method. Anaerobic means anaerobic respiration also, then asexual reproduction also takes place. Then multicellular fungi. Last one, fungi unicellular, example yeast. Okay. Next one, multicellular, example mushroom. You know that mushroom. See the picture. This is the mushroom. Mushrooms are found growing on the wet soil in shaded place. Where? Growing on the wet soil and shaded place. During the rainy season, such as at the root of the trees. Below the trees, they have found in the massive amount. The umbrella-shaped structure that grow above the soil is known as the fruiting body. See the picture. This is the cap-like umbrella structure called the fruiting body. Here, made of a lot of spores inside the cap-like particle. See that there are small silk-like structure under the umbrella which are known as gills. This is, see the gills, made up of numerous gills particle below the umbrella stem. The gills contain spores. Here contains the numerous spores. Mycelium is located underneath the fruiting body. This is the mycelium located underneath the fruiting body below the soil. On the top layer of the soil, mycelium is turned made up of thread-like structure called hyphae. See the picture. This is the underground hyphae. Hyphae means the body, the fungi body made up of numerous small thread-like structures called hyphae. That is for plant body of the fungi is called mycelium. The group of hyphae related to form a mycelium. The walls of the hyphae made up of chitin and cellulose. Because of the cell wall, the fungi made up of chitin and cellulose. Then hyphae helps with the transport of nutrient for the growth of mushroom, especially mushroom. One of the even get from the water as well as food material from host. Then reproduction by the method of the fragmentation and spore formation. One of the spore formation and the fragmentation. Then next one, fungi either saprophyte. One of the nutrition saprophyte. That means after dead and decay organic matter. Some fungi which get after dead and decay organic matter. Majority of the fungus are the saprophyte. It may be parasite. Okay, derived from the nutrition from the remain dead and decay organic matter. That is the plants and the animals. Example: Isopus, Penicillium, Acaricus. These and all are parasite. Okay, that is derived from nutrition from living cells. That the host. It and all get from the living cells. Okay. The next one. Example: Puccinia, Albugo, Ustilago, or Symbions. These and all. Example: fungus in the root of vascular plant. Example: Mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza means this is a higher fungus. So Mycorrhiza is one of the which live in higher plant of the root nodule. Okay. See that once again: Puccinia, Albugo, Ustilago, or Symbions. Okay, commonly called Mycorrhiza. Example: these and all. Then next one. Topic: algae. So fungus finished. Next one: algae. So algae one of the group of green and thallophytic plant which live in green and thallophytic plant. See that algae is a very simple plant like eukaryotic organism. Algae found in moist habitat. Algae are rich in chlorophyll, can be seen thin film on the surface of the lake, pond. Therefore they are known as the grass of water, because commonly called seaweed. Algae commonly called seaweed or grass of water. They are autotrophic and manufacture their own food with the help of chloroplast. The chloroplast contain chlorophyll, green pigment for photosynthesis. The study about algae is called alcology or phycology. Maybe alcology or phycology. So already we studied a study about bacteria, bacteriology, virus, virology, fungi, mycology. Here, study about algae, alcology, or it may be called mycology. See the picture, these are all examples of the algae. See first one structure, Chlamydomonas is unicellular, Volvox unicellular, Elothrix are unicellular. Then Fritillaria, then fourth one Fritillaria, one of the multicellular algae, Ulva, then Hydrodictyon, these and all for cheiroform, that means macroscopic organisms. See below, their size varies from 1 micron to 50 meter. The size of the algae minimum 1 micron, maximum to 50 meter. Algae may be uni and multi. Example, Chlamydomonas, one of the unicellular organism. Whereas multi, example, Sargassum, one of the blue-green algae. For Sargassum, one of the blue-green algae. For Sargassum, one of the red algae. One of the red algae. Then unicellular algae exhibit a variety of shape. Example, spherical, rod, spindle. These are the shape of the algae. Then whereas multicellular are in the form of filamentous and branches. Generally unicellular having spherical or rod or maybe spindle. Whereas multi showing filamentous and resemble branches like structure. Okay. See below. Then for cell structure, example Chlamydomonas. Example for Chlamydomonas, one of the unicellular green algae. See that for Chlamydomonas is a simple unicellular motile freshwater algae. They are oval, spherical or pyriform shape. Oval shape, spherical or pyriform. The pyriform, that means a pear shaped, perikai vadivam, pear shaped, is a common one found in the pond, ditches and water tank. Among three, oval, spherical, pyriform, the majority of the algae showing the pear shaped, pyriform shaped. They have narrow anterior end and broad posterior end. Both are having. Then the cell is surrounded by thin and frame cell wall made up of cellulose. Here cell wall made up of cellulose, like these plants. Then the cytoplasm is seen between the cell membrane and the chloroplast. See the picture, this is for the structure of Chlamydomonas. So in the green algae, seen in the posterior position having a pair of flagella around. See below, the vacuole having, then the nucleus, then for even nucleus found in the pyrenoi, then chloroplast, cytoplasm, mitochondria, Golgi complex, everything occur. Here chloroplast contain a starch grain also. Okay, structure of Chlamydomonas. Then the cell organelles a large dark nucleus lining inside the cavity of the cup-shaped chloroplast, having the cup-shaped chloroplast. See the picture. So in the cup-shaped chloroplast occur only in the for Chlamydomonas. Cup-shaped chloroplast, asking for one more question. Then the anterior part of the cell bear two flagella which help in the locomotion. What is the role? Locomotion, moving from one place to the another. These for flagellum used for the locomotion. The contractile vacuole are seen at the base of the east flagellum below the contractile vacuole. On the anterior side of chloroplast contain tiny red colored eye spot. Tiny red colored eye spot also possess. Then Chlamydomonas exhibit a sexual and asexual mode of reproduction. Both because it is one of the eukaryotic organism, so that only it contains both sexual and asexual type of reproduction. Then some of the algae, see below, have the photosynthetic pigment like fucoxanthin. Example, brown algae, fucoxanthin. Then xanthophyll, yellow algae. Then phycoerythrin, red pigment. Phycocyanin, blue pigment. These are the name of the pigment. Ask you two more questions. See that fucoxanthin means brown color, xanthophyll yellow, phycoerythrin red, then phycocyanin blue. Phycocyanin for blue color. See the picture. Then this is for the Spirogyra algae. Spirogyra, one of the green algae. Okay, students, that's all for lesson. If you are any doubt, please immediately call through my phone. Okay, thank you very much.